Time for some Toy Tuesday action. We are live, 7 o'clock Tuesday evening. Give everybody a few seconds to get their notifications and know that we are on live. Bill's here. That's right. Hit the subscribe button and the like button. Thanks, Bill. You always support me on that. Kind of weird, been a little bit since we've been on here. Obviously, we didn't do Toy Tuesday or last week, or did we do it last week? I don't even remember anymore. We didn't do Sunday night for sure. No, we didn't do Toy Tuesday last week. I was out of town. We didn't do Sunday night because I was out of town again. It's been a bananas week, to say the least. I'm actually kind of thankful I did not have to drive anywhere today. In the last week, I've been to Kansas City twice and Wichita once. So I've had plenty of windshield time over the last week. So anyway, glad to be back. Glad you guys are here. And let's check out some cool stuff tonight. If you caught the video last night, I showed you some of the parts that I brought in from the Wichita Swap Meet. However, we're not going to get into that memorabilia yet tonight. We've still got a few things to check out. Alan NC's here. Chris is on with us. That we haven't checked out yet. Now, if you remember a couple weeks ago, I did the attic signs, the attic crawl and the signs that I found up in my friend's attic. That was a super cool deal. Lee from New York's on. Number one, best Monday morning wake up I've had in months, but didn't miss Sunday. Well, at least you could function on Monday morning. When the signs that I found in the attic, good friend of mine, Tom Loffmiller, I used to work there. We used to work for him when I was in college, but he let me get up in the attic at his building, and that's where I found these signs. Before he bought that property, he said they had found a ton of stuff in that building before he ever got there, but he said, go up and look. There might be something up there. David W.'s here, and sure enough, I found a couple of signs. So Randy's here, and like I said, I hope you guys caught that video. If not, be sure to go back and check it out. It was pretty cool because, I mean, literally, these signs are exactly where they've been for decades until I found them. So I was pretty jacked up when I'm just up there shining a light around, looking around. Steel Ponies is here. And then boom, I see this little bit of color, overlaying between these two rafters and found the sign. So we're going to take a little better look at those tonight. Plus, I've got something really cool I want to show you. We're going to start off with that came in from a viewer, a friend of ours in Canada who sends us some stuff from time to time. He sent me a couple of really cool pieces we're going to start off with. Then we're going to check out those signs. And then over the next couple of weeks, we're going to get into the stuff that we got, that I got at the Wichita Swap Meet in Wichita, Kansas this weekend. So let's flip this around. Let's start right here with these two pieces from Canada. Super Test Key, which is a cool piece. He sent me several Super Test pieces. Obviously, being Canadian stuff, that's not stuff I readily have access to here in Kansas, so it's cool to get this stuff. Number one, give it a few minutes before we get cracked so people can get here. It's been a week. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. That's why we're starting a little slow with these smaller pieces before we get into the signs. The other piece is another keychain, and it is a really cool piece. Reliance Vitalube motor oil. It's a little plastic keychain. We'll pull it out of the little card there. Still has the little chain on it, but a neat piece. I'm guessing maybe 60s era. Nothing on the back except your name and address if you wanted to fill it out. But a couple of cool pieces from Canada, which is great. I mean, I love it when you guys send stuff to share with everybody. Especially some of this Canadian stuff that I don't always get to see all the time either. Frank made it tonight. So I thought we'd start off with those little pieces. Now, the signs, I have not had time to clean them up yet, shockingly, the way my last week's been going. Jim's here. Yep, Maple Leaf on the Super Test. But these signs I was super jacked about. They're not anything super rare. Well, this Quaker State actually might be kind of rare. The 7-Up's a little banged up. But I thought we'd take a good look at them in some light before I clean them up, see them exactly how they were. Rusty James made it tonight. So I've got them both laid out here. We're going to go ahead and flip it around and take a look at these signs that I dug out of that attic. And if you missed that video, be sure to check it out because literally it shows exactly as they were found, which is cool. It's always neat to find something been buried in an attic, and that's literally what happened with these signs. So I don't know if you guys remember, but we found a sign up in that attic before. Some ceiling tiles had fallen down. Number one, does the bottom of the keychain have the keyhole scraper to clean the door from Oz? Peter from Oz made it here. Nope, it's just pretty much a basic plastic keychain with a chain on it. So nothing really there to scrape ice. Daniel's back from the Gators. Yeah, I seen it rained a lot. I'm good friends with Scott Palmer, so everything he posts, I see all of his stuff, and yeah, it rained like a lot at the Gators the way it looked. So Shopcat made it tonight. Be sure to check him out. He's still building subs. Bill's here. Glad you're back. Watch the swap meet. Great. Glad you watched the swap meet video. Jim's only 45 minutes from Canada, so pert near to the border there. So let's see. Let's go ahead and get into these signs. Looks like we're caught up with comments for the moment. As always, throw them up there. I'll sure try to catch them. Sometimes I do miss them when we get busy, but I try to catch whatever I can. Number one, maybe people just don't like Shopcat. I don't know. Maybe. Yep. Give them a little static there. The 7-Up, single-sided 10. Oh, Shopcat liked the V-Doll. Right there, that V-Doll, I assume that's the one we're talking about. That is a cool sign, too. That's an early V-Doll. But this sign definitely has some wear. You know, it's got some chipping and stuff up here where it was kind of bent up a little bit. Great colors. And I need to clean these up, but here's why I hate to clean these up. You can see the line on the 7-Up right exactly where the Quaker State has been laying for decades. We can see we've got good shiny color here. We've got lots more dirt, probably roofing materials that splattered on it over the years. But we literally can see the exact outline of where that Quaker State was laying. Is that a screen door panel or a street pole sign? I'm not sure where we're at on that, number one. So that's another cool thing about finding these like this. I do want to clean it up. I do want to see what I can do with the color on it. But, you know, it's cool when you see it, the outline of the other sign that's been laying on it for probably 50 or 60 years. Back side of this one, like I said, single-sided 10, just a basic green back on this one, nothing fancy. We can see some of the, you know, the bends and stuff up here on the front, or on the back where we saw the paint popped off on the front. The 7-Up, let's see how big this one is. Dispatches here. The 7-Up is 2 foot, 24 inches tall. And it is 20 inches wide. So that's the size on the 7-Up. So like I said, cool piece, definitely excited about it. Shopcat says makes him thirsty. Now, the Quaker State is kind of a different deal here. This is a small tombstone. This is what's known as a Quaker State tombstone. This is an early one. I think it's a fairly early one. It's got some other writing on it. I've got a newer one here we're going to look at in just a second. It does have the 100% pure Pennsylvania oil on the top. Quaker State, trademarks, motor oil certified guarantee. This actually has the stamping on it. Property of Quaker State Refining Company. This is double-sided. I am almost positive this is Newell stock, was never hung. This obviously was the side that was up, I think, so a little crustier here. I really think this thing is going to clean up amazingly well. Once again, it's got the stamping over on this side also. You know, like I said, other than the dirt that's on it, the colors look great. We don't see a lot of peeling paint or flaking, because I do believe this was a painted 10 sign as well. You know, we got the grommets in this thing that don't really look like they were ever screwed on, or like the paint was chipped away from the grommets like it was ever hung. Now, what's unique about this tombstone is it's very, very small. That's what really kind of surprised me. Now, we say small because the Quaker State tombstone is a fairly common sign. Number one, the 7-Up was an open sign. You think it was mounted on the door. Oh, I see. Could have been hung anywhere, really. You know, stood in the window, hung on the screen door, could have been anywhere. So this is what kind of baffles me about this. I mean, anybody that's into signs knows a Quaker State tombstone. They are well known, well seen. Shopcat has a neighbor that has a rack for those signs on it. But this is a small tombstone, and I don't know that I've ever seen a tombstone this small. Obviously, where I found it, the condition I found it, having the stamping on it, I'm positive the thing is completely original. However, when we put this next to a not commonly known Quaker State tombstone size, it's a lot different. Kenny, is the year on it, never seen a small one. That's right, Kenny, that's exactly where I'm going because I have not either. So we're going to put this next to my regular tombstone. Kim's here. Now this bigger tombstone is a little newer, but this is the more common size of tombstone. And there were different styles of the tombstone, but they're all about that size. And we look at this little one that I just found, obviously it is dramatically smaller. So that's kind of what baffles me about this deal. Don't know much about it. Would be curious if anybody else does have some more insight on it. But when we put these two beside each other, Kenny, you think it went on a rack? I'm guessing it probably did at some point, or some sort of a rack. But I just haven't seen that small tombstone. So we'll throw it back up here. We'll do a little bit of measuring on this one as well, just so we have an idea on the dimensions. Number one, maybe it was Depression era. It shrunk during those times. This small one is 16 inches across. And if we go height, it's 17 and a half tall. So 16 by 17 and a half. And we come down here to the other one. Norma's on with us. And this thing's about 26 inches. So, 26 by 29. Shopcat says he'll ask his friend. So, this thing is almost a foot bigger all the way around. Terry's here. Cameron says even the people shrunk. Yep. So, this is a cool piece to me because I don't know much about it. I haven't seen them. On top of the fact I found it upstairs in the attic at one of my buddy's buildings. He let me go up there digging. I found something. He sold it to me. It's just all the pieces fall into place on deals like that. And it makes it a ton of fun. So I thought we would take a little bit better look at both of these signs before I get to cleaning them up. And like I said, it's still great. We can still see literally the exact outline of that tombstone right there on the 7-Up. So cool pieces. I had a lot of fun finding them. If you did not see that video of where we dug these things out, you have got to check it out. It was just one of those deals. I was just up there with a light, just scanning. I saw that one spot of color. I grabbed my phone, flipped the camera on, and hit record as I walked over there. Literally so you guys could see these things exactly as if it was nothing, if it was junk or trash, I could have deleted the video, but I wanted to make sure I captured it exactly, so you guys can see how I found them. Plus, for me, it's exciting when you find that stuff, and I can document it this way, which makes it even more fun and more cool. So, anyway, that's what I've got going. Thought we'd share that with you tonight. Like I said, the next couple weeks of Toy Tuesdays, we've got some great stuff that I got at the Wichita Swap Meet. Plus, I got some badges that we're going to check out on Sunday nights. We'll start working into the badge section of Sunday nights. Picked up a great piece for the raffle this month, and it is porcelain, so that's going to be exciting as well. Can't wait to share that with you guys. Plus, Daniel's on with us. I got an auction piece that I think is going to surprise some people, so save your money up for the auction Sunday night. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. That's right, Bill. It is definitely the thrill of the hunt, and when the hunt turns into this stuff, it's really exciting. Peter, cool signs. I got 2 clock face gas pumps from 37 last week. That's nice. I've only got 1 clock face pump. Those are great pieces. Clock faces are beautiful pumps. So, you're right, Bill. The thrill of the hunt, and when it's just a couple pieces, but still digging them out of an attic where they've been for 50 or 60 years, bringing them down to the light, plus being able to document exactly as I found them, sharing it with you guys. You guys get excited about it. And you have great feedback and great comments, and you guys enjoy it as well. And that's the whole purpose of why we do this. It's sharing it with everybody else's knowledge, input, things like that. We all learn stuff. So, number one, so when you go up in the rafters or any out-of-reach police and find something they never knew they had, they sell reasonably or give a deal or gouge you. And every single person's different. The nice thing about this situation is Shop Cat. We all need to go relic hunting this summer. The guy that owned this building, I've been friends with him for years. I worked for him when I went to college. Great guy, been friends ever since then. So he was very fair with me. He knew they were worth something. However, he didn't care about them, and he knew that I did. Frank, I remember the old Quaker State sign mounted on their own stand in front of a gas station. Yep. So he was very fair with me. I did pay him for them and some other parts that I bought from him. And he is a car guy, but he's not into the signs and stuff like I am. And we did the video. He actually did the video with me when we found the Grant battery tire sign, because he found that when some ceiling tiles fell out of another part of this building, and he saved that sign. He said, I'm just going to leave it there until Chad gets here. So he let me climb up and get it down. Then we did a video on it. So you can check that out on there as well. Check him out at lockmillermotors.com. He does move a lot of cool old iron as well. So you can check out his inventory as well. When I was there the other day, I don't remember what all he had. He had a Studebaker Hawk. He had a Challenger in stock. Had a Nomad in stock. He had some pretty cool stuff. So be sure to check him out as well and see what he's got going on. But Tom's been a good friend, so he was very fair with me on all this stuff because he knew I was going to share them with you. He knew I was going to clean them up and hang them in my shop. So that's Cameron. His grandfather owned an AC Bristol, the predecessor to the AC Cobra, the parent car of the AC Cobra, the shell of it at least. But so anyway, and every one of those is different. Sometimes you may drag something out and people didn't realize what they had, and then they get excited about it and don't want to sell it. And that varies all the time. Every situation is different. You see it in cars, you see it in memorabilia. We tried to buy a Kaiser Darren at an auction a couple years ago that my dad wanted. And, by the end of the auction, the guy had fallen back in love with the car again. So, Nomad Kim's ear just perked up. So, yeah. So, it just varies. You never know. Every situation's different. Cameron, he raced it and sold it in 61. That'd be a good one to have back. But, so you never know. You really never know how people are going to react. Dan, cool signs. That's how my friend found his rare baseball cards. Yep, that's true. But so everybody's different. Some people, you dig something out and they'll realize the connection they may have had to it through another relative. Then that's why it got kept, and they didn't think about those feelings until they saw it again. So literally it varies that much. Like I said, fortunately in this particular situation, Tom's a good friend of mine. He was fair with me. He wasn't interested in them. He's got a bunch of cars, but he wasn't into the signs and stuff. And so it worked out great. I got to find them. He sold them to me. I get to share them with you guys. I get to clean them up. I get to hang them on my wall. So that always makes it fun. But anyway, that's what I've got for tonight. Like I said, stay tuned. We've got some more cool stuff. I got the Wichita Swap Meet coming up that's going into our collection over the next few weeks. What do you use to clean them up? On these, since these are both painted, I'm going to start with basic soap and water. Just some good, thick, heavy soap and water. And to see how much of it I get off. I know some of this roofing material may be a little bit trickier. At that point, depending on how bad it is, sometimes if you're super careful, you can use a razor blade and chip some of it off. You stay on top of the paint. Number one, lots of older guys get rejuvenated in the interest of stuff during an auction. Yeah. And then possibly some fine rubbing compound. A lot of the specks and spots on some of this stuff, just like this 7-Up sign, like a lot of these specks here, that may not wash off, which a lot of those are coming off, but some of those fine specks, you can get a lot of that with rubbing compound if soap and water don't come off. So I'll use a real fine rubbing compound and rub a lot of that stuff off. Some of this heavier stuff, You know, you don't know what all that's going to do till you start scrubbing it. But good, thick, heavy soap and water, good quality, like a good quality car wash soap. And, you know, start there and then see where you end up with. This side, I think, is going to be primarily soap and water. We've got a little bit of roofing tar, which that piece chipped loose. Yeah, see, those pieces chipped loose right there, right off, just with my finger. So hopefully we can keep chipping some of that stuff off and give it a good bath in soap and water and make it go. Kenny, I use Barkeeper's Friend, just more liquid on painted signs that's what I use. Peter uses just heavy dish soap and a spray bottle, or dish soap and a spray bottle diluted. So they are there again. The Barkeepers is something I have not tried. I typically just go soap and water, and that's probably where I'll start. And hopefully, I'm hoping a lot of this stuff will come off. So Cherry had Monte Carlo 81 to 88 Monte Carlos, or an 86 parts car. The only Monte Carlo I've got in that window is an 83. Number one, those are the turds that chipped off. Now that's roofing tar. I'm pretty sure that's what it was, because these were right up there where the roofing tar dripped through as they were patching things. So need to get on those one of these days, and you can see on my fingers how much just come off just right there. So I'm hoping a good bath in soap and water will bring some life back to these. We'll check them out again after I get to that point. But I did want to show you guys, give you a good look at them and exactly as I found them. And then we'll see what happens from there after I get them cleaned up. So that's what I got. I'm going to bail off. I still got a lot of work I want to get done tonight. I actually need to go look at a car yet tonight, so I'm going to try to squeeze that in. Brian started reviewing Sunday night shows from 100 down. That's kind of crazy. That's a lot of episodes. I can't believe we're over 100 episodes. But I think this next one is going to be epic. I'm pretty excited about this. You know, for one, the auction, two, the raffle. I think you guys are really going to dig it. Bill says simple green is good and too caustic to damage painted signs. So that's another good tip there as well. So I'm looking forward to this Sunday night. One, we had a break last Sunday, so we need to get back in the swing of things. And I think we're going to have some fun with this Sunday night. I need to get a magazine dug out and check out so we get a good magazine for this Sunday night. Some badges, obviously, from the Wichita Swap Meet. Peter says, see y'all next week. And, well, actually, Peter, we had daylight savings time here. So that could have been the difference. We are an hour different now because of daylight savings time. And I don't know what you guys do down under about daylight savings time. So I guess for now, this is the new time, because that's when we're on. Because at this point, it's now 7:20 here at this time. So anyhow, that's what I've got going. Kim says good night. Hope to see everybody back Sunday night. It's going to be epic. I'm excited about it. We're going to get a good magazine to check out. We've got some awesome badges. There's a couple of these badges that even kind of shocked my daughter and I, that you know, we were able to get them and add to our collection. So these are personal collection badges, by the way, but they're cool, and I'm excited to share it with you. Peter, it's 11:20 there, so because it used to be noon tomorrow there. Number one, did you sell the Chrysler horn grills or the window louvers? No, I've still got all that stuff. I've got both those Newell stock pull-down window shades, and I've got those 36 Dodge horn covers. I've still got those as well. So, Steel Pony says, thanks, great signs. And like I said, it's going to be an exciting Sunday night. Hope to see you all there. And we'll plan some cool stuff. Plus, like I said, I'm excited for what's going to happen for this Sunday. So, thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you. I got some more videos. I went out and shot some videos today. Oh, by the way, tomorrow night's video may be a little bit of a surprise. Some of you guys already jumped off, so you're going to get a shock tomorrow night when you see the new video. I got a phone call at 10 o'clock last night from the fire department. Yeah, the fire department. We had a situation at the yard last night where we had a fire over in the new yard. A neighbor had an electrical short, started a grass fire that spread over into the new yard. Fortunately, they responded almost immediately. It did not get very far. It was very contained and did not spread throughout much. One Chevy pickup got pretty warm on the front end. So tomorrow night's video is going to be pretty interesting. Plus, I shot some other videos on some new inventory today we're going to be bringing you. later this week and into next week. So stay tuned for tomorrow night's video. It's going to be interesting when you first see it. But yeah, we had a little mishap. Fortunately, it wasn't anything I did. It wasn't anything I had any control over. I thought you were going to tell us I bought a fire truck. Nope. Do you still have some of those Kansas license plates? Yes, I do. So if there's something there that you're interested in, Lee, let me know. Martin Designs is here, but yeah, a little bit of a spoiler about tomorrow night. When you see flames on tomorrow night's video, just know everything was under control, and it did not get out of hand, fortunately. So, number one, grass fires are faster than lint. Yeah, and that's true, and that's why I was worried. But fortunately, it didn't get out of hand. So, but it's like I said, it started at the neighbors due to an electrical short, and then spread over under the fence and into my stuff. So yeah, Dan says hot sale coming up. Yeah, I got a smoking deal on a Chevy pickup, about a '65 Chevy pickup. So. But anyway, stay tuned. We'll get that up tomorrow night. Hopefully, I'll get it patched together tonight because I had some clips from when the fire department was out there, plus some clips I shot this morning when I went out there and shot a little footage and checked out what actually happened. So, anybody ever seen a sealed beam headlight melt? They do. I got a cool picture of one. We'll see it on the video tomorrow night. So, stay tuned for that, everybody. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to get back to work. I'm going to go try to look at that car yet tonight. No, it wasn't too cold trying to heat things up. I wasn't even there. I was actually in Kansas City yesterday and didn't even get home till 6 o'clock last night. So I literally was not even hadn't been at the yard since like Sunday, some 9 o'clock Sunday morning. They called me at 10 o'clock last night. So anyway, that's what I've got. I'm going to bail off. I'm going to go look at that car and try to get some work done yet tonight. Thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate you swinging by and hanging out. We'll get some more content up tomorrow night and Friday night, and hope to see everybody back here live, 7 o'clock, the new 7 o'clock, I guess, for our friends down under, the new 7 o'clock, and we will check out some cool stuff on Sunday night. Look really excited about it. Hope to see you there, and bring your auction money. It's going to be a good time. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you Sunday night for sure live, plus got a couple other videos coming up this week. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here.